Hey guys, welcome back to the Montreal Expos franchise. This very well may be the last episode of this great franchise. I've had so much fun playing it and making these videos for you guys. If you have had fun watching it, please let me know down below. Leave a comment below if you've had fun watching this series so far. If you've watched almost every episode, or at least, most of the episodes through the 4 seasons, let me know also, and I appreciate it. And I'll definitely go ahead and respond to you and love that comment as well. We're finally here in the World Series. Barely snuck by the Angels and the Astros in the first 2 rounds, going the distance. And now we got the Dodgers, and the Dodgers team looking pretty stacked. They got Bellinger, Walker Buehler, Javi Baez, Clayton Kershaw, Julio Urias, a 90 up to a 92. Kershaw still a 95. He's still a beast. Corey Seager still on the squad, struggling in the postseason, but he's got good stats. They got David Peralta, and then the team gets, they're pretty good still, but it just goes to relief pitchers and other positions. They got Dustin May, of course, all the way up there, 85 rated at 24 years old. They still have Kike Hernandez. They got Andrew Vaughn, who plays first base this series. Anyway, game 1, we actually got home field advantage. We finished with the same record as the Dodgers this year, but we ended up getting the home field advantage. We're ready. We're back in the World Series, back where we belong in the World Series. Time to get our second ring and have a nice farewell episode as we ride off into the sunset with yet another World Series ring as we finish off this season. By the way, if you guys are wondering what my next team or my next series is going to be after this one, stay tuned. There will be a voting episode shortly after the conclusion of this series, which again might not be at the end of this episode. We will see, but it will be shortly after the conclusion of this series. You guys are going to see. I narrowed it down. There's so many good teams to actually choose from. I've narrowed it down to just like 5 that, they're not really on YouTube too much, so it could kind of be different. But anyway, be on the lookout for that, so stay tuned. But anyway, that's our rookie catcher, Cedeno. He isn't even supposed to be here. He's only on the roster because our first 2 catchers got hurt. Hits a 2-run home run in his first World Series at bat, so that's a pretty big deal, and gives us a 2-1 lead. Michael Franco, he was the guy who hit the RBI double in the first. He just roped a 2-run shot in to left to give the Dodgers back the lead 3-2. Let me just tell you now, Michael Franco, who you wouldn't think would be a problem compared to the rest of the guys in this lineup like Baez and Bellinger, he is actually going to kill me this series. He ropes the shit out of me. You guys will see. Speaking of Bellinger, that's gone. That's a home run. Woodruff having a little bit of a rough outing here in World Series Game 1. We've been getting off to slow starts in this in the postseason series. It's 7-2. We just got the bullpen in there now. That's a 2-out base hit. It's going to load the bases. Next batter is going to be Cody Bellinger again, and Bellinger is going to strike out. That's actually a nice splitter. So it's only a 5-run lead. It's still manageable to come back. We got Vlad Jr. up there. He rips one down the line, right over the bag, and that's going to be a base hit. First World Series base hit's a double. Second and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. It'd be big if we can get some runs home. Just see Winker kind of hits a weak grounder to second. We're trying to check there, but went all the way. Only 1 run's going to score. That's okay. Willie Adames is going to drive the second one home. That's a rip. 1 hop off the wall. Well, a couple hops off the wall, but it was a nice rip down the left field line. 7-4. It's only a 3-run lead now. It's not looking too bad. Greg Jones, he was heating up at the end of that Houston series. He stays hot here with a little blooper down the line. It's going to be an easy double for Jones and an RBI. It's only a 2-run deficit now. So just like that, we cut the deficit to 2. Here's backup catcher again, Cedeno. That ball's into the gap. That might tie up the game. It's definitely not being caught. It's off the wall. This unknown kid, this catcher who doesn't even have good hitting stats, is putting on a show in World Series Game 1. So it's a 1-run deficit. Ian Happ, terrible swing, way outside. Still gets a base hit from Eric Ruiz, the next batter. This one is gone. That ball's roped. A huge 3-run home run to give us back the lead. We're down 7-2. We scored 7 unanswered to take a 9-7 lead Late in this ball game, rookie Eric Ruiz comes through with a home run from the right side of the plate. Willie Adames, a few batters later, he rips one into the gap, another one to the wall. That's going to be another RBI double for Willie Adames. It's 10-7 now. So we got a nice little lead going. We got Alvarado into kind of just, get us out of this jam here in the 8th, and then hand it over to Glass now. First and third, one out, big strikeout. Then Seager is going to pop up on a high fastball. If you miss with those, they're going to be gone. Especially Seager. He's got better stats against lefties, I'm pretty sure. Well, I know his brother does. I think he does. He has pretty good ones, too. Anyway, in the 9th, Glass now is going to get in some trouble. That's going to be an RBI double. It's going to cut the lead into 3. It's now an 11-8 game with nobody out and a runner on second. It's Michael Franco again. He gets the runner over, so he finally doesn't rope anything over my outfielder's head or over the wall. So that's a good sign. Andrew Vaughn, he is going to rip one, though. That's going to go high off the right field wall. It's going to be another RBI. It's going to put the tying run to the plate, and that's just not a good sign. Will Smith batting 9th. He grounds one to second. Should be an easy play for Wander Franco, and it is. So we're down to our last out to clinch out game 1. It is Michael Busch, and is going to strike out 100 miles an hour high and outside corner. You're not going to hit it. Not many people are. It's a win. It's a game 1 victory for us. We finally have a series lead for once. So, and a beautiful game. High scoring. That's pretty intense. I thought we were going to blow for sure, but we get the win, and we're up 1-0 in the series. Blake Snell on the mound, game 2. We need him to come through. He hasn't had a great season or a great postseason this year. And it's not that he's dipping overall-wise. It's just, one of those years where he's just not doing as good. Runs into some trouble in the first, but gets out of it. No harm done. We're going up against Clayton Kershaw, who in the postseason only 3 starts, but he's got a 4.23 ERA. He had a pretty good regular season, though, Kershaw. That's Wander Franco. He's going to lead off this game with a bang. That ball is gone. A home run, a leadoff home run for Wander Franco. Gets us on the board early and gets the whole home crowd riled up as they're getting hyped right away from the first batter. Later on, we're just jumping ahead a little bit because it's another high-scoring one, not to be a spoiler or anything. But it's 2-2. Cody Bellinger, 2 games, 2 bombs from him. That ball was smoked, 428 feet, way over the right field wall. And it's a 4-2 deficit now. Dodgers lead. Will Myers, he's going to get a base. Everyone's contributing in the World Series so far. RBI base hit for Will Myers. Haven't seen him much this series, usually because he only plays against lefties. But he actually hasn't been too bad. Nice play by Vlad Jr. there. It's a 5-3 Dodger lead at this point in the 5th. Corey Seager, he's going to get a hanger, and he's not going to miss it. This one would carry over the wall, and it's a 3-run shot. It's going to... Fuck me, man. Fuck me. Just when we thought we had a chance, it was 8-3. All of a sudden, we're jumping ahead. I know we kind of skipped a little bit, but it's 8-7. So, again, we made this a close one. Vlad Jr.'s up with first and second, 2 out. He stings one into the gap. It was a beautiful swing, opposite way. It's going to one up the wall, and we end up tying this game in the 7th inning. Looked like it was over, and I know I skipped over some of it, but trust me, there's more to come. In the 7th, it's Nate Lowe, his World Series hero, Nate Lowe. It can't come through. The bases loaded, 2 outs. There would have been a huge pinch hit opportunity in the 9th, tie today. Guess who it is? Michael Franco ropes one again. That's all this guy does, man. It is sting the ball into the gap. It's going to one-hop the wall. Greg Jones is going to get there and cut it off, but it's going to be a leadoff double in the 9th. Not good for us. David Peralta, a couple batters later, grounds in. Oh, man, the infield was in. I thought we were going to stop the run from scoring, but it bounced off Willie Adames' arm. That was a hot shot. It's going to count as a base hit, not an error, but it would have been a really big play in the World Series to make that. And so it's 9-8 Dodgers. Still runner on second, 2 out. Nice pitch, but man, nice hitting as well from Seager. Just takes that inside slider and stinks it down the right field line. Another run's going to score. We're down by 2 going into the bottom of the 9th. Already 1 out. We got Ian Happ up. That ball's roped. It is not going to get over the wall, but it's going to one hop for a double. Ian Happ always doing something good. Tying run at the plate with 1 out. Eric Ruiz is already off to a hot start this World Series, and he's going to rip another base hit. Ian Happ's going to come around and score easily. Ruiz was thinking about 2. We're just going to do it. I didn't want to get thrown out, but he actually got in there easily. 10-9, tying run at second. Vlad Jr. hits one hard to third, but right at the third baseman. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who does this, but every time that happens, I go with the guy on second, and we get caught in a rundown. And, of course, the next batter, Willie Adames, ropes one. And what a diving play to end this game in the ninth. It's just a crazy-ass game. It's only fitting that it ends on a crazy-ass play like that. If that would have got past him, you know the runner from first would have scored. Vlad would have scored, and Willie Adames would have been at third to try and win this game. With 2 outs. We're going to L.A. now. Series tied at 1. I'll take that, honestly. We could have easily lost both games, especially the way our pitching was. Against Julio Urias, he's been great this postseason. Chirinos has not. And someone pointed that out in the comments last video. Yeah, he was terrible in the ALCS, just in the whole playoffs in general so far. But we're looking to bounce back. It all doesn't matter if you can have a good World Series. In the fourth, it's a 0-0 back and forth, the pitcher's duel here. Vlad Jr. stings one opposite field again. I like how he's working opposite field in this series, making more of his presence known. It's 1-0, and it's Willie Adames. He loves that down the left field line. He loves that spot. Back-to-back 2-out doubles have us on the board, 2-0 in the fourth. I'm going to jump ahead. It's Cody Bellinger again. Cody Bellinger rips a base hit. He's killing us too, man. It's going to be an RBI because Meadows does not know how to play the outfield whatsoever. So that's a base hit. Look who it is now, Michael Franco. He rips one deep in the left. I'm going to need Ian Happ to catch this ball right here. And, oh, my goodness, he makes an unbelievable catch. One of the most luckiest catches he'll probably ever make in his life to hold that 2-1 lead. That would have tied the game, and it would have set them up to take the lead. What a play from Ian Happ out there in left. Alvarado in for the eighth because he's pitching good so far this postseason. He gets the strikeout to end up 3 outs away from taking a 2-1 series lead. We actually scored a run in the top of the ninth, so that led for Glasnow to have a little bit of an easier ninth inning. Powers through with the K there. 1-2 count. Glasnow's recuperating himself with this K, and it's a nice curve. It's just going to be a simple grounder to short. Adames makes a throw, and just like that, we're up 2-1 in the World Series. We're sitting good right now in the World Series. We're looking, if we can win this next one, if we can win Game 4, we'll be really, really good. So, obviously not a must-win, but I feel like, especially with the way we've been pitching all postseason, just the way we've been playing, and no lead is safe for us, and no deficit is safe because, yes, we've been coming back, but, man, we've cut it really close, like extremely close. Probably not deserving. I don't know if I would say not deserving to win a World Series, but, man, I mean, we've gotten lucky. And then speaking of luck, simple ground ball should have ended the inning, but the second baseman throws it over the first baseman's head to extend it. So that means first and third 2 out. Wouldn't matter in the end because Vlad Jr. would fly out, but I thought we were going to catch a break there. Balazovic on the mound for us. He's pitching pretty good this postseason. I'm proud of the youngster. He's finally stepping up when we need him. Hasn't really done that before in the past. Gets out of the first without any issues. Go ahead and jump ahead. This is going to be another pitcher's duel, actually. Compared to our first 2 games, were absolute shootouts. That's Ian Happ stinging a hanging curveball in the gap. Surprised that wasn't gone. That ball was right down the middle. Runner from first is going to come all the way around third and score for an RBI. It's 1-0 Expos early on. Jumping ahead to the third. It's tied at 1, though. Balazovic gets out of the third, but he ended up giving up a run, so it's tied. Austin Meadows, you knew he was going to come through at some point. It's at least going to be a sac fly. It's actually off the wall, and it's an RBI double to give us a 2-1 lead. Nobody out still in the fifth. Our next batter's Ian Happ, and Ian Happ staying hot. He hits one the opposite field. There's no way that's being caught. The question would be if it was gone or not, and it was. It carries out of here. Opposite field home run for Ian Happ. It's a 4-1 lead from Montreal, and Ian Happ comes through with another big hit. He always comes through with a big home run. It feels like him and Meadows back-to-back extra base hits give us a nice little cushion. In the bottom of the fifth, it's 4-1. This is going to be a sac fly in the left to make it 4-2. So it's very, very tight here in the fifth. Couple innings later, Chad Green on the mound, the seventh. He's been up and down this season, but overall, he is having a pretty good postseason. and he has a pretty good outing here. That ball was actually smoked, but nice play by Vlad Jr. Somehow turns two, did a whole 360 over there at third base, still had time to turn two. That's how hard the ball was hit. Jesse Winker in the 9 trying to give us some insurance. It's going to be a fly ball to deep center, going back. Oh, thought that was actually gone for a sec. Greg Jones tags up easily. He's on third, and then Wander Franco's the next batter. He is going to rip one up the middle. Nice for an infield hit. Javi Baez keeps it in front, but the run's going to score. It's 5-2, and then Austin Meadows is the next batter who hits an absolute fucking tank and has that beautiful no doubt animation. I fucking love it. I just love that animation. It's the best one on the team. Little helicopter arm swing and then the bat drop. It's beautiful. 7-2. Busts this game wide open in the 9. Looks like it should be an easy 3-1 series lead for us. Look at that. Just look at this. I had to watch the replay. Oof. That's sexy. 7-2. We're going to bring Glasnow in anyway just because, it's the World Series. No need to put anyone else in. Glasnow looking good. 2 out. Michael Busch. He rips a base hit in a rack. Keeps his game alive a little bit. But it wouldn't be for long because next batter, Michael Franco, is going to rip one down the right field line for a base hit because that's apparently what Michael Franco does, is just rip doubles. I don't think he gets normal just singles or just makes out. He just hits doubles. Why was the runner going? I have no clue, but he gets thrown out at home to end the game. It's just idiotic. I mean, that was absurd. Why is the runner going home with 2 outs, down 5 in the World Series? And no one will know. Third base coach needs to get fired if he sent him home. But we take a 3-1 lead, 1 win away from the World Series. We're trying to clinch this off here against Walker Buehler. It's going to be tough, though. Walker Buehler, 5 starts, 1.8 ERA in the postseason. He's balling right now. In the first, Bellinger, he's going to rip one the other way. He's killing us, man. That's going to one-hop the wall for a 2-out double. Woodruff, we need him to come up big this game. That'd be beautiful if we can clinch it with our ace on the mound. Michael Busch strikes out swinging, gets out of the jam. No score in the bottom of the first after 1. In the second, Woodruff in a little bit of trouble here. Already a runner on first, 1 out. That one's ripped down the left field line. It's going to be second and third, 1 out. For Walker Buehler, luckily Walker Buehler's up. He strikes out swinging. That was with 2. We had the last out, by the way. It was a pop-up, and then Walker Buehler just strikes out right there looking. I mean, he had no chance. Bellinger, though, my. He does have a nice swing. I'll give him that. Look where this shit ended up. That was like almost past the ball. That almost cleared the whole bullpen. 441 down the right field line. Almost cleared the bullpen. It's 1-0 Dodgers. Wander Franco, though. Oof, that's a nice no-doubter animation, too. Takes that slider the opposite way. That was no doubt in the left center. That ball was crushed. 424 feet. That's a home run for Wander Franco. His second of the series. Yeah, second of the series. Hit that leadoff home run. Nice home run by Franco. Ties the game at 1. Later on in the 6th, look at that play from Vladdy. Big Boy King has those ups. Beautiful jump throw from the foul territory in the 9th. We're either going to get walked off on or we are going to win the World Series. That's a double, though, with 1 out. Only 1 out. I mean, not a big deal. Only 1 out. And then David Peralta's the next batter. He's going to line one into center. It's going to be an easy catch for Greg Jones. No tag up. Too shallow and hit us on the line. No tag up. Javi Baez the next batter. Scary Javi Baez strikes out swing. 100-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball outside corner. Are you fucking kidding me? Who's hitting that? Nobody's hitting that. But Javi Baez makes up for that strikeout with a beautiful, beautiful jump play. Cheater-esque in the 10th. We still got Alvarado on the mound because he's just pitching good, and you just got to stick with the hot hand sometimes. Cody Bellinger, though, another base hit from this guy. I think that if the Dodgers end up winning the World Series, it's going to be, I mean, definitely Cody Bellinger is going to win MVP, but could be Michael Franco, could be Walker Buehler. He pitched 2 really good games so far. Speaking of Michael Franco, he strikes out looking, for once. I thought he was going to hit the walk-off home run for sure. Next batter's Andrew Vaughn. He rips one down the left field line, goes all the way in the corner. We got 70 speed. He's rounding third, and it just took forever to get that ball in. It's a walk-off double down the line with 2 outs in the 10th inning, and we lose this one, and we're going to a Game 6. We're going back to Montreal. for a game 6. 70 speed is pretty good, but man, that ball took forever to get down the line. And I don't know who was there in left. I think it was Ian Happ. I forgot it off the top of my head. It was Ian Happ. It took forever to get to that ball. And now we're going to game 6 with Blake Snell on the mound. And to be honest, I am not confident whatsoever. He's just been struggling. Cody fucking Bellinger again rips a double into the gap. This guy is unstoppable. He definitely, actually, I asked myself, I asked the question, who do you think would get if the Dodgers win? It's definitely Cody Bellinger, actually, without question. Unless Walker Buehler pitches game 7 and wins that one, too. If there is a game 7, of course. Clayton Kershaw on the mound. We didn't do too bad against him last time. Eric Ruiz in the first. He is going to just bleed one through the right side. A beautiful diving play, though. Somehow, even though that was barely hit hard, somehow Eric Ruiz is still thrown out. Nice job by Kershaw to get over there. There's Michael Franco, though, double into the gap. Dodgers take the lead 1-0. Bellinger and Franco, what a dynamic duo the Dodgers got. Austin Meadows, though, he's going to rip one up the middle. It's an RBI base hit in third with 2 outs. It's going to score Greg Jones. So that was a big hit from Meadows to tie this game. Blake Snell not pitching terrible in the 5th. Gets a big strikeout there. It's 2 out, run on first. Next batter is Bellinger. Decided to leave him in just because lefty finally gets the guy out. And so a decent start from Blake Snell today. Can't complain. 5 solid innings. We took what we can get. We stopped. We pulled him right away after 5. We were like, all right, let's not push our luck. Vlad Jr., nice base hit to lead off the 7th. And here he is, World Series MVP Nate Lowe. He's 0 for 2 this game, but he draws a nice walk. We got something cooking here. It's Greg Jones. He hits one deep in the left field. It's carrying a little bit. I'm thinking it might be gone. No, it's warning track cheese. We're going to tag up, though. It's going to be first and third, 2 out for our catcher, I believe. Yes, Juan Cedeno, who had a very good first game and really has been quiet after that. Hasn't done anything. But he draws a walk, bases loaded for Wander Franco, hits one hard to center, but just enough on it to go right to the center fielder. So here we are. If we're going to win this game, if we're going to win the World Series, it's going to be on a walk-off in this game. And look at that. You know who hit that home run. You may need to rewind it. You may need to double tap 10 seconds to see it, but that was fucking Michael Franco again killing us with the go-ahead home run in the 9th. 2 batters later, Peters hits an absolute bomb too, so that only makes it worse. It's 3-1 now. So we're down by 2 going into the 9th. If we lose this one, we're forcing a game 7. I had some confidence, though. It was only a 2-run lead, okay? Vlad Jr., he's going to rip a little base hit. No, not rip. Bloop a little base hit up the middle, just sneaks on through. Just like that, we got the tying run at the plate already. It's Wander Franco, next batter. He's going to hit a base hit. Wait a minute here. We got first and second, nobody out. A home run wins the World Series right now. Greg Jones, 2-2 count, gets a hanging curveball. A hanging fucking curveball and grounds right to second for a double play to end the game. And, oh, man, my eyes lit up when I saw that curveball hang. I honestly thought I was going to hit a walk-off home run to win it. But no, we're going to 7. And, yes, Game 7 will be its own separate episode. So there's going to be one more final episode for this Montreal Expos franchise. The series finale. Next episode, Game 7 of the World Series against the Dodgers. It'll come soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. I'll see you guys in the next one. We're either going to win or lose in Game 7. Hopefully get this next World Series ring.